Welcome back to our fun learning adventure. Today we're going to explore a super fun idea, comparing sets of objects. Have you ever wondered who has more toys, who has fewer cookies, or if you and your friend have the same number of marbles? Well, let's find out how to compare two sets of objects in a snap. By the end of this video, you'll be able to compare two sets of objects to determine if one set has more, fewer, or the same number of objects as the other. Let's dive in. Take a look at these plates. They both have apples, but let's count to see if they have the same number or if one has more or fewer apples. Plate 1 has 3 apples and plate 2 has 5 apples. So, which one has more? That's right. Plate 2 has more apples because 5 is more than 3. And that means plate 1 has fewer apples because 3 is less than 5. Easy, right? Take a look at these two sets of birds. Set A has only ducks, while set B has parrots and ducks. First question, which set has more birds? Let's count them. When we compare, we can see that set A has 6 ducks, and set B has 5 birds in total, 3 parrots and 2 ducks. So, which set has more birds? That's right. Set A has more birds because 6 is greater than 5. Great job! Now, here's the next question. Does set A have more ducks than set B? True or false? Let's count the ducks in each set. Set A has 6 ducks, and set B only has 2 ducks. So what do you think? True. Set A does have more ducks because 6 is greater than 2. Easy peasy, right? Now, let's look at these two sets of items. Set A has kettles and teacups, and so does set B. But let's compare them to see what's the same and different. Ready? When we compare, we can see both sets have kettles and teacups, but the numbers are different. Set A has 5 kettles, and set B has 3. Set A also has 2 teacups, while set B has 3 teacups. So, what's the same and what's different? That's right. Both sets have kettles and teacups. But the difference is, set A has more kettles, and set B has more teacups. Now, for the next question, does set B have more teacups than set A? Let's count. Set A has 2 teacups, while set B has 3 teacups. So, is it true that set B has more teacups? Yes, it's true. Set B has more teacups because 3 is greater than 2. Great job. Take a look at these sets of animals. Set A has kittens and puppies, and so does set B. So what's the same and what's different? When we compare, we can see that both sets have kittens and puppies, but the numbers are different. Set A has 5 kittens and 3 puppies, while set B has 2 kittens and 4 puppies. So what's the same and what's different? That's right. Both sets have kittens and puppies, but set A has more kittens and set B has more puppies. Great job spotting the difference. Now, let's think about the next question. Does set A have more puppies than set B? Let's count. Set A has 3 puppies and set B has 4 puppies. So, is it true that set A has more puppies? Nope, that's false. Set B has more puppies because 4 is greater than 3. Good thinking. Now we have 2 delicious sets of ice cream. Set A has cones and cups of ice cream, and so does set B. Let's compare them to figure out which set has more ice cream. Ready? When we compare the sets, we can see that set A has 6 cones and 3 cups, while set B has 4 cones and 5 cups. Now, let's think. Which set has more ice cream overall? That's right. Set A has 9 ice creams in total, and set B has 9 ice creams too. So, they both have the same amount of ice cream. Great job spotting that. Now, let's check out the next question. Does set B have more cone ice creams than set A? Let's count the cones. Set A has 6 cones, and set B has only 4 cones. So, is it true that set B has more cone ice creams? Nope, that's false. Set A has more cone ice creams because 6 is greater than 4. Awesome work. Next, we got 2 sets of tasty treats. Set A has muffins and milkshakes, and Set B has milkshakes and muffins too. But let's see what's the same and what's different between these 2 sets. Ready to compare? When we compare, we see that both sets have muffins and milkshakes. But Set A has 8 muffins, and Set B only has 3 muffins. And what about the milkshakes? Set A has 2 milkshakes, while Set B has 7. So, what's the same and what's different? That's right. Both sets have muffins and milkshakes. But Set A has more muffins and Set B has more milkshakes. Great job spotting the differences. Now, let's think about this next question. Does Set A have fewer milkshakes than Set B? Let's count. Set A has 2 milkshakes and Set B has 7 milkshakes. So, is it true that Set A has fewer milkshakes? Yes, that's true. Set A has fewer milkshakes because 2 is less than 7. Great job. Meet ice cream vans and ice cream carts. Set A has ice cream vans and Set B has ice cream carts. Let's compare these sets and figure out what's the same and what's different. Ready? When we compare, we can see that both sets are about selling ice cream, but they're different because Set A has vans and Set B has carts. So, what's the same and what's different? That's right. Both sets are for selling ice cream, but Set A has ice cream vans and Set B has ice cream carts. That's the difference. Now, here's the next question. Does Set B have fewer ice cream vans than Set A? Let's check. Set A has 4 ice cream vans, and Set B doesn't have any vans, only carts. So, is it true that Set B has fewer ice cream vans? Yes, that's true. Set B has fewer ice cream vans because it has 0 vans. You are doing great. Whoa, we now have 2 wild sets of animals. Set A has lions and tigers, and Set B has tigers. Let's compare them and figure out what's the same and what's different. Are you ready? When we compare, we see that both sets have tigers, but only Set A has lions. Set A has 3 tigers, while Set B has 5 tigers. So, what's the same and what's different? That's right. Both sets have tigers, but Set A has lions and Set B does not. And Set B has more tigers than Set A. Now, let's think about the next question. Does Set B have more lions than Set A? Let's check. Set A has 4 lions and Set B doesn't have any lions at all. So, is it true that Set B has more lions? Nope, that's false. Set A has more lions because Set B has none. Great work figuring that out. Finally, the last question. Take a look at these 2 sets. Set A has bees, and Set B has mushrooms and bees. Let's compare them to figure out what's the same and what's different. Are you ready? When we compare these sets, we see that both sets have bees, but only Set B has mushrooms. Set A has 9 bees, while Set B has 4 bees. So, what's the same and what's different? That's right. Both sets have bees, but Set A has more bees and Set B has mushrooms, which Set A doesn't have. That's the difference. Now, let's think about this next question. Does Set B have fewer bees than Set A? Set A has 9 bees and Set B has 4 bees. So, is it true that Set B has fewer bees? Yes, that's true. Set B has fewer bees because 4 is less than 9. Great job figuring that out. Now that you know how to compare sets of objects, you can practice with anything. Pencils, books, toys, even snacks. Just remember, when comparing 2 sets, one can have more, one can have fewer, or they can be the same. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on more fun learning videos. See you next time.